Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this is the look that we're doing today. It is this bold pink kind of smoky eye look, and I really like this. I did this for an event that I went to in Toronto a couple weeks ago. So let's go ahead and jump right into the tutorial. So I'm starting off with my Joe Fresh Matte Primer, and I am applying this all into my T-zone because I always get really oily in the T-zone area. So I like to apply a very nice mattifying primer that's going to keep me matte or relatively matte all day. Then for my crease area, which I have a lot of problems with, I'm using the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer, and you can see I'm just applying this only into the creases. Now for my foundation, I'm going to be mixing this NYX foundation mixer and the Smashbox Studio Skin. I'm in the shade 4.1, and basically I am just lightening up the foundation a tad bit because it is a little bit too dark, and I'm using a damp beauty blender to just blend this into my skin. This foundation for me is pretty much bulletproof, as most of the time when I know I'm going to be out for long periods of time and I probably won't have a lot of time to touch up during the day, I go for this foundation. To set all of that foundation in, I'm using the Wet n Wild Photofocus powder in the shade Cocoa. And again, I am focusing this mainly in the T-zone area, as that is where I get the most oily throughout the day. Now we're moving on to the eyes, and I'm grabbing my Urban Decay Shadow Potion, and this is going to prime my eyes and get it ready for all of those beautiful eyeshadows that we're going to be using for today. As you can see, I'm just smoothing that right on out with my finger and making sure that everything is blended out seamlessly. Now jumping into the eyeshadow, and I'm using a lot of Morphe shadows today. The first shadow I'm using is called Dancing Queen, and this is a shimmery pink, more of like a hot pink eyeshadow from Morphe brushes, and I'm just smoothing that all over my lid. Now in this clip here, you'll notice that I did attempt to go in with the Sienna blush by La Femme Cosmetics. However, I did notice that it was a little bit too dark for what I was looking for, and instead I switched over into my Coastal Scents shadow, and right now I'm going to be applying the light taupe eyeshadow, which is like a matte taupe shade, just as the name suggests. You can see that I do just go ahead and I'm using the same fluffy blending brush to buff that throughout my crease. Unfortunately, I did lose the clip, but I did go in with a darker brown Coastal Scents shadow by the name of Choclatier, and then I buffed that into my outer V. And then you can see that I follow up with another Coastal Scents shadow called Sand Dune, and I apply that to my brow bone. To kind of make everything transition nicely again, I am going back into that light taupe shade by Coastal Scents again and bringing it through the crease just to make sure that everything connects. Now I'm jumping into one of my Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I think this one is the 35W, and I'm just taking a matte black because I felt like it needed a little bit more smokiness and a little bit more depth. So I decided to just put that also into the outer V, and I kind of switched brushes to a more dense brush to kind of blend it out, and you can see I'm taking it up a little bit higher and back again into that fluffy crease brush by Sedona Lace again, and I put a little bit of that light taupe shade to blend it out through the crease. You'll notice that I kind of just keep going back and forth throughout those 2 to 3 eyeshadow colors, but that basically allows us to get a seamless transition throughout our whole eye look, and you know, you gotta keep that blend game strong. Now I'm going into the Sand Dune eyeshadow again, and I place that on the inner corners to highlight. Then I grab that chocolatier color and I'm just running that along my lower lash line to give it a little bit more depth. To clean up the edge of my eyeshadow, I'm grabbing the LA Girl Pro concealer, and this is in the shade Fawn, so you want to make sure you take a color that matches your skin tone. And basically what I'm doing is just lining it up, and then I'm taking a concealer brush to, you know, blend it in on the outer edge, and you can see it just keeps everything nice and straight and there's no fallout hanging around the outer edge. Now I'm grabbing my Joe Fresh matte eyeliner and I'm going to be creating a wing. So I slowly line the top portion of my wing first, or of my eye I should say, and then I kind of slowly move out to the outer corner and wing it out, and then you can see I connect the inner portion a little bit closer. To finish up my lashes here, I'm using the Maybelline Greige Lash Mascara, and I'm applying this to the tops and bottom of my lashes. I am going to be applying some falsies, but I do still want to blend it with the falsies before I apply the actual falsies. So in this clip here, you'll see them using the Ardell Wispies in the style 603. These ones are pretty cool because they are a spiky type of look. You can see that I did go ahead and apply those off camera, and I come back to finish off my lips. This here is the MAC Cosmetics Fresh Brew lipstick, which is a sheer type of lipstick. And because my lips are so pigmented, I did need a little something to warm up the lip look a little bit. So I go in with, I believe this is the NYX lip liner in the shade Cocoa. I'll place it in the description box down below to confirm, and I line my lips. To highlight, I'm taking this limited edition highlighting powder. This is by MAC Cosmetics. It's from the Star Trek collection. I do forget the name right now, but of course I'll leave that in the description box down below as well. And then I'm coming back to finish off the look by spraying down my face with the Badescu, not even setting spray, it's a facial spray, but I love to use it for finishing. And here is the completed look, you guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Thumbs up if you did, and let me know what you'd like to see in my upcoming videos. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again. Bye guys.